Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comics Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, I'm your host, Amber, and we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's newest releases. To get an update on where to find Zenescope's newest releases, you'll go to our website, click the tab New Releases, and it will show you everything that has come out in the most recent order it has come out. Oh, I'm so happy everybody's joining me today. Very, very excited to talk to everybody about an incredible book. We'll be talking about Robin Hood Annual, The Swarm today. It's very hard to say The Swarm, like the Schwarm, the Schwartz. I keep going back and forth. It is $7.99 in our web store right now, or you can find it on Comixology. And I know we're a little behind on that. Our Comixology is a little bit behind, so you might not notice that the newest releases come out every week. Sometimes they come out randomly, kind of up in the air. And then on top of that, you can also find it at your local comic shop. I'm going to pull up the banner, $7.99 in our web store. Today's wonderful, wonderful story we'll be talking about was written by co-founder Joe Brusha, and there's 4 covers we're going to get to go through. I can't wait to hear which one is everyone's favorites. So I'll pull those up any minute now. How are you guys doing today? Wednesday. Oh, look, they dropped it in the comments. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to pull up our 4 covers, and then you can tell me which ones you like the best. I don't have a guest on today. I'm hoping that I'll get to have Dave on next week, and then our editor-in-chief, David, who we haven't gotten to chat that much about the following week. But today, it's just me. I'm riding solo. But I guess I'm never riding solo because I have you guys here. So how can I be riding solo if everyone's here to join me on this wonderful day? So I'm going to pull up the covers for you. Here is cover A. Let me know which is your favorite. I really enjoy cover A a lot. Cover A is super great. Really creepy. Like the scorpion, like you can see the insects outline in the background. Very creepy. Then we have cover B, which teases that Robin Hood is not alone in this story. There are some of her friends that are coming in to fight the swarm. Then we have cover C, which I love too. I love all the covers. I'm really between cover A and cover C on this one. Cover A is a really great action cover, and I feel like it would be such a cool just print piece in my apartment. But cover C has so many cool colors happening in the background. I love when there is like a pink or purple or something vibrant. And then there's cover D. So let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. And again, today we're talking about Robin Hood Annual, The Swarm, $7.99 in our web store right now. They dropped it in the comments where you guys can get it. Yay. Oh, look, they're just dropping. I don't know if it's Chris. If it's Chris, thank you. Dropping the synopsis, but I'm about to read it out. Oh, it's definitely Chris. He just shouted out Ali Garza. It's Chris. I'm going to read the synopsis. The Spider Queen, Lord of Flies, King of Serpents, and the Scorpion Queen have all tested their mettle against Earth's greatest heroes and come up short. Now, with the powers combined to form the Swarm, they are ready to take their revenge and destroy anyone who stands in their way. So, yes, the Swarm stands for this group of just supervillains that are about to try to fight Robin Hood. But as we teased before in cover B, she won't be alone. She'll be there with some friends, and you will see 3 people on the cover, and I'm not going to give it away, but there's a few cameo appearances in this, and I got really excited over one of them. I geeked out a little bit. So this is a story that you're going to want to read because it's totally tailored to what you guys really want, which is team-ups. There's a villains team-up, there's a good guys team-up, or depending on who you think good guys. There's a lot of twists and things I did not see coming in the story. I loved this story. I know I say that every week, but this is definitely one of my favorite releases so far. I think it's because I was expecting Robin Hood and some characters, but then I could not imagine how much crossover was going to be in this. There was so much crossover in this story. So much crossover. You guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. I'm very excited. Again, I'm seeing a lot of love out there for all the covers. I think my favorite covers are cover A and C. C, I love the colors. A, I love the action piece to it. It looks really, really good. Today, again, as I mentioned, we're talking about Robin Hood Annual The Swarm, $7.99 in our web store. It's kind of hard when we don't have guests on because there's so many things that I want to give away right now, but I can't give away in the storyline because then I'll just be giving away what happens in the book, which I can't do. But there's so much we need to talk about, guys. So much. We need to talk about these cameo appearances that I'm so excited about that I can't tell you about. So I need you guys to go read Robin Hood Annual The Swarm. So maybe we can talk about it next NCW or the weekend after or the week after that. Joe did a really great job writing this story. I felt very engaged the entire time. There were so many characters that I don't have as much familiarity with, but I felt that I got really good background on how they were with, you know, certain people of the team, like who had the most beef and why they had it. Beef, that's right. This is going to be a really short NCW. I'm sorry, Chuck. It is going to be really short. It's just us today and there's no guest and I can't reveal anything about the story and I've already given away the synopsis. So it's hard. It's hard with these. This is a good read though. Like I said, there's so much going on that I did not expect. And again, won't spoil anything, but you're going to see a lot of cameo appearances. It is a beefy issue, Chris. It's such a beefy issue. I should have had you on NCW. If you're in the background and you want to hop on, feel free to join this link and come join me out here because it's just me on NCW and we can talk. I can't reveal spoilers, Chuck. I can't reveal spoilers, but if Chris has nothing to do, we can hop on in the background and I'll bring him on as a surprise guest for NCW. I should have just asked him to come on. I haven't had Chris on since our swimsuit edition, which, fun fact, we're still signing books for. So if you guys want us to sign, oh, Chris came out in the background. This is the best day of my life. I'm going to bring on Chris. Chris, are you ready? He's ready.
Oh, hello. I'm crashing your party, Amber.
This was not planned, everybody. This was a very last minute thing.
That's okay. Amber, you're doing great. This issue rocks my smocks. And
yeah, what did you think about the issue?
It's badass. I know we covered a bit about the covers, but some of these covers are like so freaking cool. Like I get shout outs to whoever said it before, but cover A and C. This is cover A right here. I love this design so much. Like we always pride ourselves on having great artists. We had a couple newcomers like Ivan Tao's been crushing it. I haven't seen. I think this is probably the first time I've seen Al Barrero Nuevo's work, but so cool. Really, it's like a really distinctive painterly style. And I was joking with Chris Cote when these books arrived last week. I want a Robin Hood face mask like that. So
I know.
Cosplay. It's so
there
cool.
There were comments in social that were like mask up, and I was like, wow, this would be the mask up campaign with that mask. Very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Amber, I know we were talking about, or you were talking about like no spoilers, but
were you expecting so many? I won't say that there were a lot or a little, but were you expecting the cameo like characters that we got in the story?
There's so many unexpected people showing up here, and I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's a huge issue. You got to beef it up with some surprises and some twists. And one of my all-time favorite characters shows up. It's not Gretel doesn't show up. I will say that, but one of my other favorite characters does show up, and it's it's a very fun sight. And I don't know. For me, I mean, I guess Amber, you're the same way. We love monsters, and there's so many monsters in the character designs or the design, the aesthetic. All these creepy crawlies just crawling off the page. It's awesome. I love it.
Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy how many characters show up. It's crazy how many villains. And like I mentioned before, I'm not so familiar with all of the characters here. However, there are some storylines that I will say that may have come out this year that even connect to this story. So keep that in mind, that you can kind of guess maybe what characters are going to show up because of the villains that are coming in. Maybe they had relations to other characters that we had released earlier. But one of my favorite Zenescope character also showed up.
Ooh.
I won't spoil, but my favorite Zenescope character showed up.
Hell yeah.
Anything else you want to say, Chris, before I do my sign off?
No, this is it's a badass issue. It's like a mini crossover event, honestly, and there's a lot to look forward to. Art's great, story's great. Joe really worked on his issue, and so these covers are awesome, and I don't know, it's a good time.
Chuck has a prediction.
Hershey the turtle, hell yeah. Well, I mean, we kind of spoiled it, but Belle is on one of the covers. She's on cover B, so Belle's gonna show up. So who knows, Chuck?
Who knows?
Hershey might show up, indeed.
Who knows? Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining me on NCW. I'll have to have you on again soon.
Okay, thanks for having me on. I'll be in the comments. Woo!
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, that was such a surprise. I'm glad Chris came on. I was just thinking, I was like, oh, I should invite somebody from the office to come on, hang out. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to run through the recap. I'm going to tell you guys what's up. Let me know when you read the story so we can talk about the characters that showed up. And can you guess? I mentioned it before who my favorite character is, but if you can guess it, I'll be so impressed. So impressed. I almost said this character's pronoun, which would have given you another hint or clue. But what I will say is just know that my favorite character makes an appearance, and my favorite character doesn't make an appearance all the time. So whenever there's a story that involves my favorite character, I get very, very excited. Shout outs again to Joe for involving my favorite character. Okay, recap hour. Again, we're talking about Robin Hood Annual, the Swarm, $7.99. In our web store, Chris dropped the link before. Gonna run through the covers again. This A cover could be such great, just framed on my wall. So cool. It shows like the insects in the background in red. You got cover B, which spoils which characters will be involved, but it won't be all of the characters. I promise you that. Cover C, which I love, love, love the coloring on. I like the pink vibrant. It's very Miami, and I love when things are very Miami. And then you got cover D, very cool, kind of. There's a lot of like hints in these covers if you look for them. So let me know again, which is your favorite cover. Full recap mode. So next week, we'll be talking about Grim Fairy Tales number 51. Get to dive in, catch up where we are in that storyline. It's been a while since the finale issue. That's not really the finale, but is a, sentimental. Also had a trifold cover, very cool, of GFT number 50. So that will be next week's release. The following week, we'll be talking about Possessive number 2, I believe. So that will be really, really awesome. I'm going to pull up some other fun stuff. If you guys didn't know, last Friday we had a movie club where they talked about the Lost Boys. I always delete all the background images, but I left this one. I don't know why. Kind of just makes me laugh. But if you want to hear all about the Lost Boys, what our movie club crew thinks, Chris's thoughts, did he give it a 5? Because he gives lots of movies 5. You're going to have to watch it on YouTube to find out. And you're going to have to see Sun's newest cover that was unveiled. Next Tuesday, we have a retailer live stream with Wade's Comic Madness. It'll be at 4 p.m. right after Labor Day. What a way to not close out a long weekend. Come join us next Tuesday for a lot of fun on the retailer live stream and help support Wade's Comic Madness because 50% of all sales will go towards Wade's. We also have our superhero virtual con taking place Thursday and Friday of September 16th and 17th. That's only 3 weeks away. This September 1st is already here and it feels like we're flying, just flying through this. So it'll be 2 days of a lot of fun of hanging out with the Zenescope crew as we normally are. And I think that Ralph will be at the office, so you'll get to see him more on the stream, which is always a lot of fun. We also have our HorrorCon virtual con coming up. That will be in October. I don't have a graphic for it yet, but the HorrorCon will have a cosplay contest, a costume contest, like very similar to what we did for May. So more information to come, but if you're a cosplayer or you want to share your costume, make sure you share that with everybody because signups will be happening really, really soon. The next thing that's happening is we will be at New York Comic Con. That will be our last convention of the season. So if you are going to be at New York, make sure you come and see us. I believe we're booth 2901 right at the front of the show. We'll be very excited to see everybody. Chuck is asking, what are the pictures on my wall? So I'll take a brief moment in my recap to show you guys there is some dangerous flood warning. So I actually am filming this from my house. Let's see what I got here. This is my sister right here. I'm just going to run through these. That's her at her bridal shower. It was an Arabian Nights themed, so I dressed up like a genie. That's why I'm in that costume. This is my boyfriend. Here he is. There's a dog. He's also in the background, so you just looked at me. So there's the puppy that they got this year. The other pictures you probably won't care about. This actually, you might care a little bit about this one. This is the Jeep from Friday the 13th at the filming location. It's a repurposed Jeep, but it's the same one that they use from the original Friday the 13th. And then the last one I'll pull off is this is my best friend group since high school, and that's one of their weddings. You can't, it's kind of too bright, but that's not me. This is me on the end. So those are all the pictures on my wall so you guys can see. Yes, it was shocker that I wore a costume. I did wear a costume because I wanted to have fun at it and thought it would be, everybody would laugh if I showed up as the genie, and they did. So it was worth it. Anyway, back to my recap mode. So we will be at New York Comic Con. That is going to be the weekend of October 7th through the 10th. So if you're there, let us know. And also, something really, really fun about New York Comic Con is the fact that we will be having a panel there, but it won't just be any panel. More information to come very, very soon. It's actually going to be an opportunity to pitch us. So this panel is going to feature some of Zenescope's editing team. You'll be able to come to the show. There'll be signups online in advance as well as at the show. You'll be able to come to the show and pitch us a short story, and someone's short story will be accepted into a future Grim Tales of Terror book. Hopefully maybe one published in 2022, but then you'll get to work with our team. So if you've ever wanted to have your story published, or you have a really, really good idea, or you know somebody that does, they will have to be at New York Comic Con to do it. But it's going to be a really, really awesome panel, again, featuring our editing team. So that's breaking news that we haven't told anybody about. But I'm very, very excited to see all of you guys maybe at New York if you'll be there. I think that might be it on full recap mode. I went through September, October. There's so much going on. And as always, I'll be here every Wednesday. So this is Amber signing off with NCW, where you come for the covers, but you stay for the stories. I'll see you guys all next Tuesday at our next retailer live stream.